We get a lot of questions like how many more courses you gotta go to reach the top. I think I got a question like how long does that battery last? Why aren't you just filling the bags on the ground then sending the full bags up there? Why don't you just shovel the dirt straight into the bag? You wanna go inside? You impressed? Do you think we can knock this out in the time we have left today? Do we even need to go any further than this? What's up, y'all? Good morning. So if you caught our last video, you know we got barbed wire in place up on course number 25. We didn't get to do another course, but we did get a ton of rain, almost an inch worth. We got to measure the amount of rain we got in the cistern. If you didn't check that out, go back, check that out, because that is wild. Kind of a surprise. Jess is busy this morning. She's taking care of some things. Meanwhile, I'm going to be getting ready for course number 26. So many things I got to do. I got to get dirt prepared. Dirt always takes a while, so I'm going to start hacking away at this dirt, getting that ready. So I got all the dirt ready to go. It is looking good, a lot of dirt. Jess will be happy to see that when she gets out here. I got to adjust the pole compass because this is exciting. This will be the first time we're adjusting the pole compass going up from the second half of the dome. Telling you, it's a lot easier to get this thing level. Now that it's so high up, I can actually see the level just a lot easier. Man, and according to this, see the 12-foot mark is like just above the pole, but I actually think the measurements were off a little bit, just because we had to change the position of the center pole. So I think we're actually right at 12 feet right now. That's 8 more feet to go to get to the top. I know we get a lot of questions like how many more courses you gotta go to reach the top. So we gotta go about 8 feet from here. So that leads me to believe we have maybe 15 to 16 courses left to do. We're gonna knock out one of those today for sure. I still got some time to kill here before we're ready to do bags, so I thought I'd take some time up and kind of wanted to knock back this area by the chicken coop so that, you know, maybe it's not a haven for snakes. So I got my Ryobi weed whacker here. I'm gonna cut down this grass. I kind of already went through with the blades, cutting some of these thicker weeds, so I should be able to just kind of go through and cut this through now. Just make this place look a little tidier. I think we're looking pretty good. Took about 12 minutes to do all that. I think I got a question like how long does that battery last? You know, so I maybe used a quarter of the battery in about 12-15 minutes. So probably about like an hour of continuous use maybe. Just the best guess. Hey. All right, Jess has been busy making magics. Very well done, I might add.
Thank you.
But it's kind of late in the afternoon now. It's a bit later than I think we had wanted to come out, but it happens sometimes. So it's kind of late in the afternoon. We haven't laid one bag yet. Jess, do you think we can knock this out in the time we have left today?
I'm not counting on it.
Maybe not, but we're definitely going to give it a try. All right, let's do it. Let's start laying bags. Ow! Yeah! What do you think of all that dirt I got you? Look at all that dirt.
It's a lot of dirt.
You impressed?
Yep.
I knew you'd be impressed. Don't ever say I didn't get you anything. And she's gone. Jess still needs some of her supplies. I'm gonna send some of this up with the cans. Load her up. Bag number 4, huh? Ooh, we're flying. Moving like a runaway freight train up there. Dang, 6 bags done? We got 15 bags done in these few hours that we're able to be out here and work. It's getting close to winter. The sun is dropping fast, so we don't have a whole lot of daylight hours to work. We got out here late in the afternoon, and we just tried to get as much done as we could. 15 bags, not bad. Thinking 10, 11 more bags to finish up course number 26. And Crew wants to go back inside. He's tired of being outside. You wanna go inside? I'll go inside. Good morning. We got our chores done for the morning. We're almost ready to get back out here and finish this course up. Like I said, 10, 11 bags left to go, and we're done. We still got quite a bit of dirt from last night, but I'm gonna fill up this cart again, fill up my water jugs, and we'll be good to go. Let's knock out the rest of these bags. Jess is out here. Good morning.
Morning.
You ready to knock this out? It looks like we got 11 more bags. Is that your count?
Yes.
All right, let's knock this out. Oh, damn, she just left me hanging like that. Can you see that? So one of the big questions we've been getting asked a lot is, especially with the lift, why aren't you just filling the bags on the ground and sending the full bags up there instead of how we're doing it now? There's a really good reason for that, and we'll talk about that right now. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see this, but I got a little toad. Oh, uh-oh. All right, so you can see here we use the bag stand for filling these bags. And these cans, one, not only are they kind of a great weight for you to have to carry around this wall, but they're actually the perfect size for getting dirt inside this the bag stand, right? Like any container larger than this can, it might overspill and it kind of create a mess. I know a lot of people said earlier, why don't you just shovel the dirt straight into the bags? Well, shoveling is going to create a mess. Large containers are going to create a mess. But these cans are just kind of like the right size and weight. So this bag is supported by the bag stand. If you notice in any of our previous videos, Jess takes an incredible painstaking amount of time with a tape measure, making sure everything's the correct distance. So when this bag is full and she lays it down, that's where it stays. She doesn't have to like lift this bag up and carry it anywhere.
So the bag stand, which is made of steel, it holds the bag open so I don't have to worry about holding it open, and it holds it upright so I don't have to worry about holding it up while I'm filling it.
And it's placed on this convenient metal plate so that it gives her some wiggle room to kind of maneuver it a little bit while it's on there, because once it gets on the barbed wire, that's it. It's pretty much where it's going to be.
So after we do a course of bags, we put our barbed wire all the way around. That acts as kind of a mortar in between the rows of bags. And if you've ever worked with barbed wire, you know how sharp and sticky it can be. Things stick onto it, and these bags are very much stick onto it very easily. So it's really good to hold them in place, but you don't want it to get stuck on there before you get it placed right where you want the bag to be. So that's why we have this metal slider here.
And once you lay the bag, you can kind of shift it a little bit, but pretty much that's where it's going to be.
Right.
And she checks the bag placement with the measuring tape, also with the pole compass, to make sure those bags are right where they need to be right when she lays it down.
You know, filling it is just a matter of dumping these cans in. It's easy for me to do this, and I can easily lift these cans and fill the bag with it. I'm not using a lot of upper body strength. And then it's just a matter of when the bag is full, I just have to tip it over. So it doesn't take a lot of strength to do that either.
Up here, it's really about the measurements and making sure everything's on the up and up. That's why Jess is up here, because she's the one that has that attention to detail.
Yep.
These bag stands also support the weight of the bag really well. because if you just have this bag sitting on its end for too long, that dirt will slump inside the bag and just create kind of like a messy, sloppy looking bag.
Yeah, it'll be uneven when you lay it down, and it makes it a lot harder to work with. Plus, like today, where it's a little windy, the bags might be flapping around in the wind, and it might tip over and make a huge mess and be a pain.
So we'll show you what it would be like to like fill a bag on the ground and try and get it up here. We did it, y'all. Course number 26 is filled and done. I gotta get up there, I gotta tamp, but first we're gonna make a little expedition. We are short on straw. Now we use straw for a lot of things around here. We use it for the cob. We shred it up for cover material in our buckets, if you know what I mean. And then we also use it for cover material in our compost pile. So we go through quite a bit of straw. So we're actually going to use the Tahoe. We're going to hook up the trailer and we're going to make a little expedition to get some straw. Oh, we got it.
You did it. Like some hay bales.
That's crazy. Home. First straw bale run, successful. All right, let's find out how much one of these cans really does weigh.
All right, so first I'm gonna
get the tare weight, huh? Can weighs 10 ounces.
We weighed a can of dirt that was a little drier, and then we weighed one that was wetter. So yeah, I'd say these cans probably weigh between 7 to 8 pounds.
I want to be just as bag stand for the meantime. 8, 9, 10. Do we even need to go any further than this? 11. I can't lift that already. 12, 13, 14. We're going for all 15. And most of this is dry, y'all. 15. I tell you, I can't pick this up. I can't pick this up. Oh, shit. Trying to fill them down here and hoist them up to the top, it would just be an ungodly amount of hard labor, much harder than what we're doing now.
I mean, I certainly couldn't do it. I think you would have a hard time doing it, and it probably wouldn't be safe if we're not trying to get, you know, herniated discs here or anything like that.
This thing ain't going nowhere. Can you imagine what it would take to lift this thing up onto this platform and then have to lift it off of that platform and get it into place? It just isn't going to work. I like the method that we've been using. A lot less physically strenuous, believe it or not. See, I just want to show you like how when these bags, when they're not supported like that, how it just kind of bunches up right here. So this is kind of what you don't want to see when these bags are just kind of sitting there like that for that long. So those bags are pretty heavy. We move a lot of dirt in a given day, but not that much all at once. Can by can.
If we really wanted to do that, we would probably need like a crane or something, and that kind of
defeats the purpose.
Defeats the purpose of us trying to build, you know, low tech and cost effectively. It's probably not the safest way for us to be building. There's just kind of some maybe details of that might not be evident in some of the videos that doesn't really make that method work out for us. Like, I like to tuck in the corners of the bags so that they're not sticking out. That takes extra plaster when you're finished to cover over these lumps, you know. So that makes it harder if you're filling bags and then moving them, because those corners will probably get dislodged and poke out.
You know, if you've been watching our videos over the course of this build, like over a year, you probably got just about all the things that we've learned over that amount of time.
We can't show in every video that we do.
Yeah, it's way too much detail for every video to cover, including all the details of what she or I may do. We only get so much footage, and only so much footage can make it into one of these videos.
There are a lot of little steps. So like tucking in those corners, it's a lot easier to do while I'm filling it rather than waiting until the whole bag is filled and then trying to push them in. It's really hard. Also, as we're building, sometimes we need to make smaller bags or different shaped bags to fit into different spaces as we're building different parts of the house. And that's a lot easier if we're filling it in place so we can see and measure as we're going and measure accordingly. If we're just filling a whole bunch of bags mechanically, like some kind of assembly line thing, you can't do that. So I mean, there's a science to this type of building, but there's an art to it too. It's a very organically shaped house, and there's a different kind of way of building that way. And also, you'll notice that these bags, they're not solid blocks. They don't start out solidly. They're mushy when you first put the soil in, this moist soil. And then after the entire row is laid down, we tamp them, and then it becomes hard and solid like blocks. So moving them when you got this squishy bag is difficult. The bag might, you know, move around, and dirt can spill out easily. There's a way you can pin the top of the bags, but there's still a chance of it spilling out. And if you're moving it while the bag is filled, there's a good chance that you'll start compressing that soil inside the bag. And we don't really want to do that until all the bags are laid, and then they can be tamped and compressed so that they all squish together and form a nice like compression ring all the way around, and it makes things a lot more structurally sound, I think.
There's a method to what we do out here. I mean, we might just seem to come out here and I don't know, wing it, but yeah. there's been a lot of study before we even picked up a can of dirt.
Yep. So a lot of people have done this type of building before us, and we've read about that. We've met with people that have built this way, and we've seen what works for them. So we picked up a lot of their techniques, and the can method that we use is one thing that a lot of people have used before that seems to work pretty well.
It's a tried and true method for earthbag building. Any solid earthbag builder knows. Get those coffee cans. It's an invaluable tool.
I should mention, I've seen people fill bags on the ground and then move them up, but those buildings tend to be shorter, probably one-story buildings, and the bags are much smaller, maybe like a foot wide rather than ours, which are almost 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
So it's a lot lighter, it's a lot easier to do that.
We knew this was going to be a task and a half, and we were ready to do that, you know. Actually, now it's probably become 2 full tasks. But we're ready. Course number 26 is done, filled, tamped, ready to go. Successful run with the straw bales. I think that little trailer is pretty nice. Yeah, we can't put a lot on there, but we could put a lot of heavy weight on there. If we possibly need a water run emergency, that little trailer is going to come in handy. And that Tahoe, psh, can't beat it. So there's a lot we got to do before the next course. I got to get some Velcro plates in there. We got to get some more barbed wire. Rain's coming up, more rain. So I got to get that floor above the root cellar. I got to get that a little more protected. And we'll catch you in the next video, guys. Later. Wow.